Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and in this video, my wife Terry is going to make some Egyptian rice using hearts of palm. A couple of months ago, I released a video. I think it might have been the kebab video. I'm not sure. Whatever it is, I'll make sure that I link to it in the end card. But some of my eagle-eyed viewers noticed a side dish that appeared to be rice. It was, in fact, an Egyptian rice that my wife made, and she made it out of hearts of palm rice. So after getting a great number of requests for that recipe, I convinced my wife to lead this video. This is her first as the lead, so she might have been a little bit nervous, but I think she did a pretty good job. So let's get going and make some keto-friendly Egyptian rice.
So we'll start by prepping all of our ingredients, beginning with one white onion. And Steve will probably chop it just because I'm not as good as he is at that.
And we're actually going to prepare this onion two different ways. So half we're going to chop, the other half we're going to slice super thinly. So for the one I'm going to chop, I'm just going to give some slices here down through. Now some people also do a horizontal slice. I find that's kind of redundant. And for the other half, I'm going to use a hand mandolin because that gives me very quick, very uniform slices. And then I'm going to set this aside while Terry gets the seasoning ready.
So for the seasonings, you can use pre-ground, but when you do it fresh, it just tastes much better. So 1/2 tablespoon of cumin. These are cumin seeds. Oops, a little extra, that's okay. Cumin's good. 1 teaspoon whole coriander seeds. 1/2 teaspoon of coarse sea salt. And then Steve can do the grinding. It's similar to like a molcajete when you make that guacamole.
So you kind of got to be a little bit cautious with the coriander. That likes to jump out. So I really start kind of slowly with the pestle. I'll grind a little from the outside in. Oop, see, I went in circles too soon there, and we lost a coriander seed. All right, now I'm just going to kind of cover it a little bit with my hands, so you're not going to really see what's going on, but it's getting ground, and I'm avoiding flinging coriander seeds all over the kitchen. You smell that?
You can smell the herbs.
Yeah, you really get the citrus off the cumin and the coriander.
So next will be 1/2 teaspoon of sesame seeds. 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon is next. And then there will be a special secret ingredient that Steve has.
So this is completely optional, but I'm telling you, it is my favorite secret ingredient, fennel pollen. It's one of those seasonings that no one can really tell what it is, and they'll ask, what is that flavor? That is awesome. It is great in sauces. Add this to some spaghetti sauce. Amazing. We're going to put 1/4 teaspoon of it into our mixture. It's got like some of that fennel, that anise sort of smell to it, but also like almost a little bit of maple. And I will include a link to this down in the description below if you want to get some. Then I'll mix this together, kind of giving it one little final grind on those seeds, including the sesame seed.
So next we have some avocado oil. Put a bunch of flavor in there. Then we're going to add the thin sliced onions over medium heat until they're nice and brown and crispy. So it's been about 15 minutes and this is looking really good. It's all crispy and fried. So I'm going to scoop it off into a bowl and put in our next ingredients. Oops. Save all that deliciousness. Some more avocado oil. Then we're going to add our diced onion. Make sure they're splattered. Just want to get it so it softens with the oil and blends well. Turn this down a little, turn it back up. So then next we're going to add the seasoning, the fresh ground seasonings. That really blooms the flavor once you add it into the oil. Pops. And get it nice and coated. When the spices bloom, you're really going to smell it. Only takes a minute or so to blend. So we're going to be using this hearts of palm rice. It'll be linked in the description below. You might be able to use rice cauliflower, but this stuff really works well. Comes in a vacuum sealed bag. Super easy. Good amount just for 2 people. And then just stir it. Good to get all the flavors in there. Again, adjust your stove if you need to. Once I get this blended, I'm going to add a little more liquid. All right, just use some chicken broth. I'm going to add about 1/2 cup in 120 milliliters for all the metric folks. It's just going to simmer. I'm just going to turn this down a little bit, medium low. You just want this all to blend, and that way your rice isn't dry.
All right, time to plate this up. It smells fantastic. I would say we've got more than 2 servings here. Is that going to be enough? So probably close to about 3 servings. And we got a little roasted broccoli. And then some special chicken thighs, future recipe.
Okay, so
Well, it's a modification on poulet au vinaigre, but which is chicken and vinegar. But I made some substitutions, including instead of using shallots, I decided to use dukkha, which is from that same part of the world. Well, not France, but Egypt. And then we've got our fried up onion to sprinkle on top of the rice. Some on your chicken. So unstrap the rice first, since that's what this video is all about. Ooh, that looks hot.
oh, it's perfect. Yeah, all the flavors and this moist just by adding that chicken broth that keeps it moist. So, yeah, thank you. Chicken? Or no?
Yeah, go ahead. As long as you're on camera.
It seems very soft, tender, and moist.
Hopefully the skin is nice and crispy and the meat is nice and soft.
Yeah. All right.
If it's good enough, we'll make it a future video.
I don't have to chew this. It's so tender. Yeah, good job, dear, on that chicken.
All right, the rice first. Oh, wow. What I love about it is it's kind of hard to pick out each individual spice. They marry so well. I mean, obviously the cumin really comes through to the front. But after that, everything is just sort of subtle layers. I'm going to taste some of this sauce. Oh, that is good.
Chicken pairs well.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a future video right here. Well, good meal. As Terry stated in this video, you don't need to grind your own spices, but man oh man, if you do, it really elevates this dish. In fact, anytime you use freshly ground spices, it takes it to a whole nother level. And for the grinding, you don't need to use a mortar and pestle. You could use a spice grinder. I just prefer to use a mortar and pestle because, one, I kind of feel like I'm getting more in touch with my food, getting a little dirt under my fingernails, but also as those aromas unleash, it's pretty spectacular. Additionally, as we said in the video, we will link to the main products that we use, that hearts of palm rice, and the optional but wonderful fennel pollen. That'll be down in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click that like button. If you're not a subscriber already, tap that subscribe button, then hit the bell to turn on all notifications so you don't miss any videos. And if you really enjoyed it, click that thanks button. Buy me another box of hearts of palm rice. And thanks for watching.